We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams. Hey guys, girls, and company pals, all my friends and fics out there. Welcome to whatever this is. Really, this is supposed to be my thank you / special / whatever for having 428, which I've been working on. Like, I'm not kidding. I worked on a whole entire video and it just flooped. Like, it flooped. And, I just needed to take off this week. And I'm going to be taking off the next couple of weeks. Really, it just, I need to get this, this core for school done. And trust me, I'm not really going to be taking off any more like weeks when it comes to things like cores, because, well, at least not in histories, because we do all of our cores in the beginning of the school year, which I appreciate. I just had to take off this week because between having choreo for cheer, having to do this really cool, actually interesting history project for this podcast. It's like oral history project that we get to basically make like a podcast type thing for, which is really cool because I already have my own podcast, like 2 of them. But you know, it's like, it's great because like I get to like talk to like relatives and just about their experiences and things that were historical, which is actually kind of cool because you make a lot more connections with some of your folks. So it's amazing. Honestly, I'm not gonna like lie to you. The real reason why I didn't do like my last thank you video, because like seriously, I had the whole entire thing up, drafted. The real reason why I didn't do it is because it sounded so fake. Like, it wasn't fake, it just didn't really hold any importance. Like, I said thank you. I said I appreciated you guys, like I always do, but there was no message there. It felt like, hey, thank you so much, you know, but nothing else. And you know how I strongly dislike to have my videos on here when I say, oh my gosh, we made it to like 428, oh my gosh, thank you so much, you know, just like kind of be like that. And I'm not gonna lie, today wasn't like the best of days, but it wasn't terrible. And I'm not gonna lie, just because of having choreo and having to give a lot of energy and effort in the choreo practices at cheer and stuff, the fact that choreo has also been on Monday and Tuesday afternoons and have been on Saturdays has killed me, because, you know, Monday and Tuesday, it's the beginning of every single week. So, you know, I always start the week off with energy, and then it's like, oh, choreo, and it's like, no. And you don't get time to rest. And then on Saturday, it's like, yay, we have Sunday. And then it's like, oh, but like choreo's on like Monday, or next choreo is like on Tuesday or something. And I love cheer. It's part of who I am, deeply connected and rooted into me. But you know, between that and school, just like as of late, it's been so much for me. So much that I totally forgot to get around to, you know, doing a thumbnail. Sorry I'm moving around a bit, but I have to stare at some things that I don't like staring at while talking. So, yeah. Oh, that's a nice comment. Well, I could have just like goosed it, but anyway. It's just, it's been so much, and, you know, well, so much is going on, and a lot's changing, and things are happening, and you're just happy, and you're enjoying what the world is, and what it's becoming. You can't help but be slightly discouraged in some ways. Just because you don't really see the light at the end of the tunnel. Oh. And, you know, it's not that you don't even see it, it's that you're so scared and you're so nervous to do this and you do that, that you're like, am I ever gonna get there? Like, am I just gonna always see the light and then fall short of it? And it just makes you annoyed, and you feel like giving up, and how... Oh my god, this table's annoying, because I love the decor, but it has these really sharp leaf figures on the end that scratch at my legs for days. And what I'm saying is that a lot of the times, it's just that, you get to this place and you see the end goal and result is right in front of you, but then there's this like giant sinkhole of darkness and blackness, which your fear and anxiety is, and you just cannot get over the fact of it. And, you know, instead of just jumping over it, you fall in it and you go through this portal, and, you know, it's like this time paradox portal where no time passes, but so many minutes and so many hours, the way that you perceive time just inside of your brain, it's passed you, and it's this never-ending darkness that you just can't see the end of, and you just feel like you keep paradoxing, and while nothing in the outside world is literally moving, everything in your head is this gigantic, chaotic dance of, you know, this hellish nightmare that you can't seem to get it out of, and you want to, and you're tired, and you've been waiting, and you've been wanting to get out of here, but you haven't, and it gets annoying because it's like, hey, the patients have been kind of wearing up thin. Like, could I just get out of here? And then you think, you know what? Look, I'm so afraid, I'm so scared, and you think that every single time that you go to do this thing, but you stop all that and you get out of it and you get over it and you do it. But after a while of having to face that fear and go through that fear of dying and literally falling and losing all oxygen that you can breathe, and you can't see anything else except the birds and the squirrels and the spiders just slowly coming in to suffocate you. You think, is it even worth it anymore? Am I gonna get this? Like what's for the best? What's for the best for the universe? What's the best for your team? What's the best for literally everyone? What is the best thing that I can do? Like, is this my fear and anxiety talking at this moment, or is this me trying to be a reasonable, mature person? And then, you know, you stop and you do this and you do that, and it becomes a million effing things. I'm not kidding. It does. And then you lose it. You feel like you're losing it. But then, right as you give up, right as you think about giving up, right as you stop pushing yourself to try, there's that one person who, of course, reminds you again and just pulls you out of this crazy storm in your head of this time paradox. This giant thunderstorm all of a sudden goes away, and they're saying like, hey, you know, at least you tried to do it. At least you did it. At least you gave it your best shot. Because guess what? You got this in the bag. You know what you're doing. You've already shown that. So what if you have fear? It's okay. You've already shown people that you can do it over and over and over again. All that matters is that you put in that effort. All that matters is that you're getting less and less afraid of doing it. All that matters is that no matter how scared you may be now, whenever you get overwhelmed in the future, then it's not going to matter to you when you do it, because you've already done it under so much pressure. And the reality of life is that you're probably not going to be under all of that pressure exactly the way then, right then, up and then, that you are now. Like, there's no way that lightning is going to strike a third time in the future, because it doesn't happen that way. Heck, two things don't happen twice. If you don't get it the first time, the universe makes it a slight bit more extreme or less extreme. It depends. And they said, like, hey, you know, I know that seems dark right now, but you're dancing through this chaotic mess that no one else has really been able to dance through. You're living, you're still here, you've survived, and one day you're gonna do more than living. You're gonna be thriving. You're gonna be okay. Why not, instead of putting half effort in this stuff that you think that you're bad at, which you're really good at, why don't you put your full effort in it? Why don't you like not give up and just start putting it all back in again? Why don't you like not stop? Why stop now instead of just pushing through? And pushing through, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be doing more than living or surviving. You're gonna be thriving off of this moment where you decide that, hey, you know, they're right. I'm better than this. I can do better than this. And it's not that, you know, I'm so terrible at doing this one skill or thing in life. It's that I'm not that person. I'm not that person in life who just gives up at the last second, at the last minute, because you feel like we've been defeated and you're just afraid and you don't see any light or you see any hope. I'm not that person who gives in, gives up, or gives in just because I don't see the light dawning on me anymore. I'm not that person who's going to stop doing what I'm doing just because, you know, someone or something is making me doubt myself. I'm the person who perseveres. I'm the person who pushes through those barriers and gets through those issues. I'm the person who solves those small little disputes. And to heck with fear. Am I right? Because don't you want to do it? Don't we want to be this way? Don't we want to do this? Don't we want to have our moment to shine? Don't we want this to be awesome? The other day we just said that this is so awesome, to heck with fear. Then why not now? To heck with fear. I guess it's just what? I guess we just got so scared that we weren't going to make it, so we figured, why not give up before we do? So then we don't get let down. Rather, let us be a little more discouraged and have a little less self-confidence than get our hopes up. But what life is for, that's what life is for. It's about getting your hopes up. It's about dreaming for your dreams. And it's not about waiting to be rejected. It's literally for hoping for the best. And you know what? Preparing for the worst. Because guess what? No, we shouldn't be thinking of every single possibility that could ever happen to us. Okay? We should seriously be hoping for the best, that things work out the way that hopefully that they should, the way that we want them to, and maybe not want them to, but need them to. And hey, you know, if the way that the world needs to go with where we want it to go at the moment, then that's okay. Because we're better than just giving up, and we can get through this anyway. And maybe it's been a lot lately, okay? I'll admit. Maybe it's been really, really wild and crazy and just hard to keep up with doing this and that and the other, okay? But maybe it's fine. Maybe it's okay, because still, at the end of the day, there's you, there's I. We have each other. We have our family. And there's nothing that can ruin these moments except us, you know. We're the only ones. We're where we want to be. We're farther along than what we think we are. The only thing that's going to be stopping you at this point is you. And we need to take the jump over the sinkhole and be like, to heck with fear. Because every time we jump over it, it becomes smaller and smaller until it doesn't exist. Until it's filled and it's paved right over, whether any filled over it. Until it's happy again. And that's what it is. That's what it truly, truly is. You know? So maybe it's not any of this other stuff. Maybe it's not being brave or having mental courage. And maybe it is having mental courage, because this could be what it's described as. But maybe it's not as big and bulky as we thought it was. You know, maybe it's just in the little things that assert our self-confidence and our happiness and our way in this world. And maybe it's just in some of these little things that show us that we're not alone and that we're not far, far from our goals. So if anything, Put your head and your chin up. Put a smile on your face. Look at the sky, look at the world, look at the things right in front of you. Head up, chin up, spirits up, mood up, outlook up. And just say that I'm ready for anything that comes to face me today. I'm ready for anything I need to face today. And I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to do that test. I'm ready to do the skill. I'm ready to do that walkover. I am ready to go and, play that part in the song. I'm ready to sing that part in the song. I'm ready to edit that. I'm ready to write that. Whatever you need to do. Head up. Chin up. Smile. Be brave and bold and just say, I'm ready. I'm ready to face the day no matter what it brings to me. Because no matter what, I'll keep my optimistic outlook. A good cup of cheer and a mind full of positivity and love and patience. And that will always win the day. Even if it doesn't look like you're winning right now. Even if it looks like you just keep getting kicked and kicked and kicked again and kicked around. It's your decision, really, to put your head up, to keep your chin up, to smile and say, you know what, sure, I'm getting kicked, but you know what, I'm going to make a game out of this. And that person who's kicking you around, they can't keep kicking you around. If you always make this happy and positive for you in some way, they're not going to want to do it anymore. It's not going to be satisfying for them. Because it doesn't make you feel bad, which doesn't make them feel like they're doing anything. Because it can't affect you, and it makes them sad. And they're going to be like, what the hell? What is this person doing? What the heck is this person doing? Like, they're not emotionally shattered. What? And see, the best part about this, and this whole entire thing is, that if you do this, the person who may be bullying you or hating on you, 10 out of 10, I can guarantee and say this, they will turn around and start looking at like, okay, so what is this person doing? How are they so happy? Why are they so happy? And at first, it might be their devilish evil plan to crush your attitude. And then it soon turns into, well, they're generally just a happy person because they're keeping an optimistic outlook on life. And they're being nice and kind to not only, others, but also to themselves too. And they have patience for not only others, but for themselves too. And they're nice and they're kind and they're caring. Not only to others, but to themselves too. And on things that they were once scared on and they felt like giving up on, they stopped saying give up. And they started saying, do, come on. We always have to give it a shot. And we have to make this fun and we have to make this happy. And when one person sees it, another person does it, another person does it, another person does it, eventually that person repeats it. And people who are around you, they begin to be happier too. And maybe you start to realize, hey, it's always been worth a shot. So, no, that day starts today. That even though we feel like giving up and in, that we shouldn't. Because we're a whole lot heck of a closer now than ever. And today's the day. Today will always be the day. Not tomorrow, but today. Today is the day. So make use of this day. Make good of this day. Do something amazing with this day. Enjoy it. Live life. Be happy. And as always, stay amazing. Stay you. Stay true. Be uniquely eccentric and authentic. I love you. I love you all. I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And keep your faith up here and in good hands. I'll see you next time. I love you all. I truly do. Peace.